Certain aspects of this program may be unsuitable for young or sensitive viewers. Viewer discretion is advised. Nerdsy, you ready?
I am.
Delpesh, am I ready? I am ready. Hunterville, are you ready?
Reporting live. Yes, I'm ready.
Hey, in a world where the pickle man means something very sinister, this is the vent. I'm one of your hosts, Del Najiro. I got
The Nerdsy.
and live from the D Evil's land, Nevada, Las Vegas.
Las Vegas,
Nevada.
Nevada.
James Hunterville, live in the hot dry sands,
I'm here.
where mafia members bury their ops, allegedly.
Yes, I'm here at the city of sin. This is but I'm trying to let people know that hey, there's a savior in the city of sin. You know what I mean?
The Crow?
No.
Oh.
Huh?
Not the Crow.
No.
Batman?
No.
No, Batman's more of an East Coast guy. Okay, yeah.
Jesus. Was there a villain that was there a villain in like Las Vegas? Was there a superhero in Las Vegas? I don't think so.
That's a good question. Hold on.
Las Vegas.
I know there was Sin City, but I don't think that was a superhero thing. Was it?
Las Vegas? Wouldn't it be Watchmen?
Watchmen's like East Coast for sure. Like what?
That's New York.
That's New York. Hold on. That's yo. You just did some comic book.
References?
Let us know. Was there a superhero or villain that had an origin story in Las Vegas? That's actually a good. That's actually a good. Hold on. I have to look. Hold on.
I feel like there is. There's probably so many.
No, now I'm actually like.
But how you guys doing? How are you guys doing out there? It's cold. Apparently, that's what I've been hearing.
Nightcrawler.
It's cold up here too. But
Nightcrawler.
Nightcrawler from Las Vegas?
Because it makes sense though, because he had to perform, because he used to disappear, and then they'll be like, "Ooh!" Basically, he was like a main attraction.
He's a Christian.
And yes, he is.
Mm-hmm. But you forget who's his mother.
Mystique.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
But hey, man. Are we getting dark? Anyway, let's. How are you guys doing?
Okay.
Pretty good.
It's what's it called? It's a bit nippy. I don't know if I like that word. Why that word even come popular? Like nippy for cold?
Probably because your nipples are on there.
Never mind.
Everyone has nipples. Okay, relax.
I was just saying things push up, but like
Wow.
you gotta cover. Like nippy means like.
Wow.
Is it the temperature that means it like shoots out? Is that what it means?
It just becomes
What? What just happened?
erect.
Huh? Okay, I'm gonna do the I'm gonna do the Windows restart. Just a second. Just gonna Windows restart.
I'm sorry. You know why?
Wait, huh?
The reason
What?
why I think this way now is because nothing is safe anymore. Like
I don't know what.
nothing is safe. Any type of lingo I don't trust. You know what I mean?
I mean, it has an origin, obviously.
Exactly.
And
these
nippy
origins
weather?
be scary as hell now.
Which?
Huh?
What'd you say?
I was just saying. These origins are scary. Like when you find out the original story of things, they be scary.
I hear you.
No, you don't have. Okay, I don't explain this one.
That sounded like a crazy delay just a while ago.
Yeah, I was like, it's like you said it, and then we're like, hello, and I was like, yo, if you didn't answer for a good minute, I'd be like, ooh, what happened? Ooh. What happened?
Oh, no, I snatched up, eh?
Oh no, that's
Oh man.
But nah, that word is crazy still. Nippy. Do you know? So, just the origin of words now. Do you know No Homo got replaced recently?
Really?
Yeah,
Look
it's
at
no
that.
Diddy.
It's No Diddy now.
No!
That's
No!
is
No!
yo.
I will not stand for this. No!
You know it's so funny? Because now it's universal. It's universal.
It's actually really,
You know what I
really.
mean?
No Diddy.
The term is just, the term is universal now.
It can mean.
Now everybody could
You know
use
what's wild? It can mean anything too.
This is wrong on all terms.
But you know what's so crazy?
Huh.
The first song that came to my head was "I Like the Way You Work It."
No Diddy, no Diddy, no Diddy. Oh no.
I'm
Oh,
ruining songs. Stop.
This is horrible. This is horrible.
It
man.
oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
Now, what's also horrible? Oh, this is a bad segue. Quiet on the Set, a documentary.
You want to start with that?
Yeah,
because that to the end, or you want to go?
No, I mean like this is trending.
This is like
This has been trending for quite some time. Because remember, when did I share it? Where it was like they were just going through the trailers. It was quite some time ago.
Okay, all right, let's do it. This part of the pod has such scenes. Some viewer listeners discretion.
Yo.
Listener discretion is advised.
Yes, listener discretion is advised.
And watcher.
And
Yes.
watcher, yeah.
Now, can we like do like a pre-story, like a backtrack?
Yes.
Oh, for sure.
One day, me, Nerdsy, and Delpesh were sitting. It was just an old day of us setting up the pod, setting up our topics,
Right.
and we were talking about the Super Bowl, right? And we talked about how Nickelodeon basically took over the Super Bowl at one point. Funny that they didn't show like all their, adult acts like back in the day, but they had SpongeBob, they had Dora, and all that stuff, and we're what? And then we went through our conspiracy thing. Like, sometimes when you be talking, and sometimes you just remember what Nickelodeon meant in Latin. Is it Latin?
In Latin, yeah.
Yeah, it's Latin. And if you drop the N.
Yeah.
And then you hear the song, and I'm like, they weren't singing the end at first. Like, they didn't sing the end.
Right.
And the chants, and then the random, like, we just talked about all the random subliminals Nickelodeon would do.
Right.
That we could see as adults, though.
Right.
I gotta play
That
that
was the
episode
crazy
back.
part.
I gotta play that episode back, because okay. I gotta play that episode back.
Some of the stuff we spoke about wasn't on the episode. Like, we were just there.
Yeah.
It was okay.
It was after.
Yeah. Like,
Because we were searching.
I remember.
Right.
Sorry, what were you saying?
No, just saying we were searching like a lot of the things that we were looking at afterwards. It was discussion after the pod, basically, where it was like we were looking for it, and then like some of the things and just the information, the little documentaries that were available. Because I think that what we were looking at was more so primarily to Disney, not Nickelodeon.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Which
But
is
that's another
minefield.
Yeah.
right.
But the thing about it, we opened to Nickelodeon because of the Super Bowl.
Right.
And then I think it was one of those things that we opened one part, and then you found about like the SpongeBob episode where it just like backfired, and then this random subliminal face popped up on the show, on the screen, and all these different Nickelodeon things. They were like, and then at one point we kind of sit there and figure out like what was Nickelodeon and what was not Nickelodeon. I remember we were sitting there like we didn't really know.
Right.
And then the trailer for Quiet on the Set pops up.
Yes.
When you guys saw the trailer, what was your guys' thoughts when you saw the trailer?
I didn't see it yet. I seen like the thumbnail of Drake especially. Drake, his last name is Drake. Drake Bell, yeah. Just a screenshot of it. So I'm like, oh, okay. And the title of it's a documentary, right? Yeah. But I didn't see the trailer yet, though.
For me, I kind of felt like it was a tell-all. Like, essentially, there's a lot of things that happen with a lot of child actors and just child celebrities and everything like that, that it was like, maybe we're going to get an inside view as to what was life for them at that time. That was really it. I did not think it was going to go the route that it did.
Oh.
But that was really it. I really was still looking at it from a very naive place.
You know what it was for me? I kind of was like, when I saw the trailer, I kind of was like, I did not know much about like Drake and Josh because I never watched it at that time. But I knew about Amanda Bynes.
Yes.
I knew about like Giovanni Samuels. That was like the black girl was my crush for the longest time. When I tell you that woman was a crush, and the black guy from all that.
Right.
Because I remember watching this, and I'm like, I remember these faces.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I remember these faces, but I was never into like the Drake and Josh time because around that time I didn't really have like cable based off what I remember. But like all that, the Amanda show, I don't think I had I watched Young Amanda. I never had it at that time. I think it was like the like teenage sort of.
Right.
Because around the time was Amanda show, Even Stevens was a thing still.
Yes, yeah. Which, you don't... Okay, regarding Shia LaBeouf, too, even he kind of went a little kind of...
Yeah.
He kind of
went... It was Boy Meets World time. Around them time there.
That was on the... For us Canadians, that was on the Family Channel, I think, right?
Family Channel, yeah. No, I think YTV had Boys Meets World too at one point, no?
Yes, it did. Yeah, it did, yeah. But I remember the Family Channel. Woo.
Yeah, Boy Meets World wasn't my show. I'll say that. It wasn't my show. Topanga was my crush, but that wasn't my show. But so it's so crazy because like the first episode, like so now because I watched it out here. I watched first episode. They're talking about like the writers.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So when I watched that, basically the female writers weren't getting what they deserved. You had them doing some crazy, like this nigga was getting massaged by the woman.
Yeah.
Like he was doing some crazy stuff. Like.
And this is early in his like career.
Early, just
early. Imagine someone telling you, okay, you and this other person that you're working with, you guys don't know how to make, you guys are not fun, you guys are not hard workers.
Okay.
And then the next year, you guys produce and did a good job, and then he says, you know what? You guys are so good, we're going to keep you two, but you guys are going to split your wage together. Split your salary.
But wait.
Salary?
Yeah. But not what you're thinking of, like, split your salary in the sense of, like, oh, you're just gonna... No. The one salary that is meant for one person, you two are going to split it.
That's a robbery, That's
right. You're getting a job where you're working, like, 6 months, but the rest of the 6 months you're not getting paid.
Yeah.
That sounds like what some black people are saying. You know, work twice as hard and okay. So he, what's the term I'm going to use here? He black, okay, you know what, I'm going to just behave.
We need to stop using that shade. Black male, blackballed, black, white little lie. We need to stop that. That's what we need to start changing.
Wait, black lies? Wait, I thought it was white. I thought it was white lies.
No, I said white lies. I did say white lies. I said black male, black bald.
Black
male. That's a crazy one. Black Sunday, Black Monday. If your sales are good, you're in the black. You're in the black. Anyways, that choked me out. Pause. Or sorry, no Diddy. That choked me out a little bit. Sorry, no Diddy. Now,
I can't.
Now, first of all, that's disrespectful to be like, okay, here's 120,000, but
now you're only making 60.
60.
Yep.
That's
and only the female workers were offered this. Everyone else got full payment of their wages.
Wow. You know what's crazy? You start asking questions, and then they say, yo, if you're the one that's asking questions right now, you keep asking questions, you're gonna get fired.
That's
But
wow.
they still let you go regardless. You know what's funny? I know a company that did that before. It sounds very familiar.
That's why. Oh shoot! I don't know where this is going.
It sounds very familiar when I think about it. They didn't do that to me, but I did left a company that did that to someone. Interesting. Anyway, sorry. That just rang a bell. I wonder
Now
if
you
they
know
still
it's
listen to the podcast.
illegal.
That's highly illegal.
Illegal.
I'm sorry. Is it? It's legal?
It is illegal.
Huh. You don't say.
It's called a wrongful dismissal at that point.
Really? Wrongful dismissal?
Yes, sir.
Huh.
Yeah.
I wonder if that colleague that they did that to found out what that meant. Wrongfully, I just learned that today. Anyway, continue.
That's wow. Now, okay, now in this part of the story, now you think the employee would be like, bring this up to HR and be like, what's the deal here?
No, so essentially that same employer ended up quitting after they had mentioned that they were not satisfied with their work environment and that they felt that they were being harmed and that all these other things. And after they got fired, or after they quit, mind you, it was an ultimatum as to why they quit. It wasn't because they actually truly felt like, okay, I'm done, I want to move on. No, they were essentially coerced into this. And with that, they ended up suing. They followed up and filed a suit against the person and against the company. But that didn't stop him.
That's okay.
No, listen, that whole story was crazy because she was telling them like, hey, what you guys are doing is wrong or whatever. Yeah. And then I think they said something to her that made her feel some way. And then she went off crying. And they brought her back in the room. She's the only room with all the men. And she starts asking her, didn't you work at a sex hotline before?
Yeah. That's, wow.
Yeah. No, you told me this. She's like, no, I didn't. It's like you're really playing mind games with the people then.
Yep. So a whole lot of gaslighting, a whole lot of like just out of pocket stuff. So essentially, like I said, she was coerced to quit, and ended up suing. But the thing is, yes, she won the suit, but it just coincided that in the time that suit was happening, he ended up being recognized for the show that she was also a part of and helped with creating and writing.
Wow, that's wow. Okay.
So those are the
Amanda show. Is it Amanda show? I think it was the Amanda show or the other one?
I think it was Amanda show.
Yeah.
Yeah. So literally, the pilot is done. They had contributed to it. It's successful. She's leaving and suing. Yeah.
Yep.
And so at this point, it's like the higher ups in Nickelodeon are just like, well,
the numbers are working. The ratings are working.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. You got this suit, but
people are watching. People are watching. It is what it is.
Right. Figure out your personal work stuff, but
figure it out.
There's a part, bro. There's a part.
That is crazy.
So I think the second episode they started diving into like the shows.
Yes. And like the different casting and the different seasons of the members who are on the show. Man.
You know what broke these episodes, the last 2, 3, 4 episodes broke my heart crazy.
What, really?
Because you know what it is? When you watched it as a kid,
you didn't see it.
And it didn't click what they were doing. Mm-hmm. And it's not like my parents are sitting there. No one's watching it's not like your parents are watching the show. It's a family channel.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Slow it down a second. So because parenting, like whether your parents are working or they're like doing something around the house, they're not watching what you're watching.
Right.
No.
Right? So they don't. Yeah. They're not gonna. You're not gonna catch the slick stuff happening.
But you would think. At the same time, like, you know, your parents are going to assume, okay, it's the family channel, so therefore the content is going to be pretty wholesome. You would hope.
You would. Keyword you use is hope.
Right. You would hope that it's wholesome. You would hope that it's naive, innocent. Lacks any type of perversion. Yeah.
But that's not what.
No.
That was completely not the case. Because first they were talking about, because like there's a lot. So we'll talk about like I'm not like okay. We'll talk about the show itself, just the show part for now, because there's a lot that has to happen. But the show part, these guys are talking about their roles, right?
Right.
The things they did on the show. We're watching this as kids, like nothing. You know what I mean? But to anyone, like the difference between perception and intent is crazy, because little by little you find out about these guys and how they did all these fetish type sitting, like for example, or not even racial shit. But I'm talking about some racial shit was actually like I did laugh because I was like, oh my god, I watched this and I found that hilarious.
Oh, okay.
But that's the thing. Like, how would you know? Like, okay, prime example, the young boy that you were talking about. There's one role that they didn't actually like. He said this is what he was known for, but the things that he started talking about that were problematic were not the things that he was known for. So one of the things he's this black kid, he's driving a taxi. But instead,
the Upper Day kids. Remember,
Upper Day.
That was wasn't that who played him?
Yeah, he's in the doc.
He's in the doc.
I'm trying to figure out who that kid because it's not. I can't remember what he looks like.
Oh, you can see him when
like
he's going
Sammy back in the day, but it wasn't Sammy.
He's like a skinny black kid on the show.
Okay.
Skinny black kid, the one skinny black kid on the show. They had another black kid. They had the black kid before, that they had him in a leotard.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
And he had this. They called him like Mr. Nose.
Yes.
Black kid. Big nose superhero.
Yeah.
That's
a black kid with a big nose superhero.
So that's the racial part of it, right?
Right.
And then his thing on his shoulders looked like dick and balls.
That's wait, what happened? What?
Like the design,
so when you see him in the
on his
suit,
shoulder, the design.
Yeah.
Like you have shoulder cuffs, like you know how you have the shoulder.
Yeah, the shoulder pads.
Yeah.
80s style.
Yes.
They look like a piece.
So it's a nose. They're actual like noses stuck onto the shoulders of his outfit.
Right.
Yeah. But the thing is,
shaped like a piece.
Yeah. From the angle and where he's standing and how he's standing, you wouldn't know it's a nose. From the way that it's positioned and how it's like on him, you would think it was a penis and balls.
Whoa, that's
yes.
Wow.
And there's a part where he sneezes. And he sneezes in the girl's face, the woman's face.
Okay.
Why they look like a cum shot?
That's wow.
So that's the other thing too. So like, just like even though we're saying and like sharing all these things, it's more like this is where it goes back to intent versus perspective, because from the perspective of a child who's looking at this, a kid with a big nose would look funny. It's just funny, right? But we're not also, the thing is, we're not recognizing, intention-wise now, where the racial issues that come in with black people with big noses or broad noses.
Right.
And then the other part where it's like, okay, this kid, because he has a big nose, okay, the first thing you think is that he's going to have a lot bigger or more mucus.
Mucus, yeah.
Right? So if he sneezes, it's not going to just be a normal achoo. It's not going to be like a achoo. It's going to be a big achoo, okay?
Yeah.
Super huge. So when he sneezes, he's going to be not just doing a little bit of split. It's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot of mucus coming out. But it's the way the angles of the camera as to when the actual mucus hits the girl. It would have been one thing if he stood there and it was a wide shot and he said achoo and it like all went on her and she was like, oh my gosh. Whatever.
Right.
But it's the fact that the angle of it was a little bit higher. She's a little lower. and it's just only a shot of her getting this goo on her face. It was that.
And they let it sit there. They let it sit there too.
Yeah, and they had it linger and dripping off of her.
That's
So this is where the intention part comes, where it's like, with all those factors, it looks like cum shots.
Bro,
now,
they had another part.
Now, before you go to the wait, hold on. Before you go to the other part, the Amadei kid, who was it? Like a stereotype of a taxi driver?
We're gonna get to him. He had some crazy ones
as
too.
a taxi driver.
So he had the taxi driver one, the African taxi driver. Remember that?
Right.
But it's the fact that when he's saying stuff, he's not actually saying anything. He's just saying abade, abade, abade. But it's making mockery to the accent, to those who are immigrants, to those who.
But
you know.
It's so sad because I used to laugh, and that was like one of the funny skits to me.
But he was
I remember one time that he would talk, but there's times that he did talk. Like I remember one episode when the guy got mad in the back of the car, and he threw the cell phone. He's like, "Did you just steal my phone?" And he's like, "Yes." And he's like, "I'm gonna go get it." And he jumps out the car. The people that are in the back seat, because no one's in the car driving, spun out and they fly out the car. Mm-hmm. And he's on the side of the car running with his car and gets back in the car. For some reason, as a kid, that was funny to me.
But
obviously, it's not possible, right?
Yeah.
The sense and the sensicalness is not there. The sensicalness.
Wow.
They had one other skit when he was a Boy Scout, right? He's a Boy Scout, and because he was a Boy Scout, he was for some reason a Boy Scout selling Girl Scout cookies.
Oh yeah.
So
okay.
But they had him look like he's like a drug dealer selling drugs to like the white boys.
Right.
So he pops up and he's like, "Yo, I got 2 for $5 or whatever." And the man's like, "These Girl Scout cookies," like he's. I'm like, "Oh my god!"
Wow, that's
terrible. And then they had, you know what? We have this new idea. You're gonna be the first born rapper, Lil Fetus. Lil Fetus, bro. Lil Fetus.
Now.
So they had him in the bodysuit.
In the butt? Wait, what? Hold on.
They had him in a suit, like the bodysuit. But the thing about it, they had him in the bodysuit. You know what they said? You know what the people that were working there said? He should be dark like charcoal.
He should be, wow.
And then he felt bad about it. He was going to start crying, but they said, "Yo, it's okay. Don't worry about it." So they had him as Little Fetus, like he's rapping, but he's like curled up like a fetus. And that's why I remember the yo embryo. I remember this. I remember seeing this.
Wait, hold on.
Yes, yo
embryo. That's.
But the thing is, what made it really work? Like, what made it bad in some people's eyes, and to now, it's like the reason why it was seen as distasteful is because we are watching on TV.
Right.
That's essentially what it is. It's like you're just watching this unborn baby talking.
What kind of...
You know what's even... that's not even the worst, though. This is another one.
That's some real... Remember Ren and Stimpy? That's like a real-life Ren and Stimpy...
Yo...
That's so
let me tell you, this is Ren and Stimpy.
But these Ren and Stimpy, you know what you're getting into, almost.
That same black man. That man said he's still going through therapy to this day. Yo, listen to this one that happened to him.
Yeah.
They have, you know how back in the day we had Fear Factor?
Right.
Right? They had one for the kids. You know what they did to that little black boy?
What?
They smothered him in peanut butter. Mm-hmm. That was the thing. Smothered him in peanut butter, and you thought that was it. They said, "Release the hounds." A bunch of dogs.
But it's also the placement of where the peanut butter was.
Okay. Like it's all over him, and you can hear him say, "Yo, I don't want to do this." Mm-hmm. Like you can hear his reaction, like, "Yo, this is gross."
Now, hold on, for someone that's like typing away or thinking ahead, what were the parents on set?
Yes,
but here's the problem. Little by why, obviously the parents, the black parent I can speak on, because she was like, yo, this is not adding up. You know what I mean?
Right.
Things are not making sense. But then they were like, yo, your mom is killing her flow, man. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then by the time you look, he was fired.
Yeah. So essentially, after a few disputes that the mother was bringing up, she, and it's not the first time she was shushed. It was the fact that the agent also had shared, she understood her displeasure, but said, you have to remember your son's making a check here.
That's bam.
That's it. So either you don't get paid or you do. And if you are going to sit here to get paid, then you need to stop talking.
Wow.
So essentially she was shushed, right?
Wow. Okay, that's...
They had kids eating live scorpions, my guy. Mm-hmm. They had one where they had a show called Sugar and Coffee.
Sugar and coffee, okay.
And literally, that's all they did. The kid will run to this machine that shot out the sugar, like sugar, and it would kilo it in their mouth.
So like it was a slime dispenser.
Like a paste.
Right.
What do you think they're trying to prove there?
And the thing is, after a while, when the combination of the sugar was mixed with the coffee, it would end up forming this goo.
Yeah.
That again looked like insulated.
Right. Which is yikes.
Yeah. And the thing is, these kids were going back and forth, and then that's what it is. They would zoom in on the kids when their face looked like that.
Which, that is... Alright.
They had a part where the black girl, she was playing like a grandma or whatever, they brought her to the sugar thing and just shot it. Like, I was like, what is this? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
This is disgusting. This is disgusting.
But I mean, of the time, it was hilarious. Because, seeing some little person, or, seeing your friends at that time running around drinking coffee. First off, coffee is not for kids.
That's,
right off the bat. So if you got coffee, oh my gosh.
I don't know if I should shout this person out, but, I remember I tried my first cup of cappuccino when I was 4 and 5. Hey, I don't know.
Right? You're wired at that point. My god.
That's a whole different type
I don't know if I'm supposed to be drinking that at that age. I don't know if I'm supposed to be drinking that.
Right? And same with sugar. The amount of content of sugar at that time, if you got the ability to sit there and eat sugar, the raw form of sugar, obviously at that age, you're just like, oh my gosh, they're in bliss. Because they get that much sugar. Wow. Like,
right.
From that perspective, when you're looking at it from that innocence, it's like, yeah, the show it's not crazy when you look at it from there. Right?
But the intent, though,
But
then when you see the camera shots, the idea itself is innocent. But it's the camera shots that really does the whole, this is an adult spin. That is what does it.
Like, they showed this Ariana Grande one that was crazy.
Yeah, the Ariana Grande one. That was from iCarly. So then, so it evolved from all of that. Because all that had transitions from, 1990-something. That's when it started.
Right.
And then that's when, what's his name? Not Keenan. The one who did,
Kel.
I think so. And, who's the other one? They did, Things Burger.
A good... So, Keenan Kel, yeah.
So...
Good Burger, yeah.
Right. So, those guys were the originals for all that.
Yes,
They had a break, and then they had the second group. And this is when Amanda Bynes was on all that. So she was actually from the second group.
Really? I thought she was from the first.
Amanda, there's this kid with the glasses, the young lady that Hunterville was just talking about. They were in the second season, or the second laps. And there are a few people who had transitioned in between, kids in between, right?
Right.
But then when they had settled into the second, not the second season per se, but the second casting of prominent kids,
right,
it was years later.
Okay.
Right? So I think all that started in 1993?
It had to be, because even
or 1994?
That sounds about right. 1994?
It depends, because I think
Hold on.
around that time he was still like working with like Amanda. I think he still was trying to get her on. Like I think or put her on at that time too.
Yeah, because by the time Amanda had her show, it was like 2000s.
Let me see, cause.
But yeah, like it was just like man, that was
94.
94.
94, yeah.
So that was the original cast, and then so the second casting came around 99.
This thing had 10 seasons?
Yes.
It ran for that long, wow.
So that's what, 94 to 2004. Yeah. So like 1999 is when Amanda came on, and Drake and all them guys.
Right.
Right?
So okay, yeah. So Keenan and Kel were there.
Yes.
But they came back. They're obviously older.
Right.
But.
And they did revamps and reboots with them there. Yes. So it was so in Quiet on Set. Honestly, going from the writer Dan Schneider and like the alleged stories of how he treated his staff, and especially the discrepancies between female staff and male staff.
Right.
That was like your entry in the whole doc.
That's
basically, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
The second and the third were more so the testimonials of the kids.
Right.
Them sharing what was happening on site and everything.
I think the third one was more. I think the third one was a little bit more too about the handy and like all the other, like the associate manager, the pickle man.
Yes. So the third one was more so about the stories of the other staff, and now Dan is no longer involved. But this is now the stories of the other staff, and it was just the fact that the amount of
like they had
sexual innuendos, bro.
Yeah, so it was just the content now. So now they were focusing on the content.
Right.
And how the content was being developed and the eyes that the content was being shown through.
Right.
So instead of it being so innocent, like I said, the sugar and the coffee, as you said, a kid, having coffee at a young age is not a good thing. So then for you to have it, it's like, oh my gosh, they're wired. Oh my gosh. Sugar and the consumption of sugar is like, oh, you'd be in bliss if you had that much sugar because candy and all that good stuff. But then they try to hold it back from you. But here they are eating it. Oh, at their glory.
Right.
But the shots were all the things that you were looking at now. The content of how it was being filmed, the ways that it was being filmed, how it's captured, the different gooey shots that they did, the fear factor. Because then now it became that adult content was being transitioned into children content.
Right.
And they were trying to find ways to simulate it or make it digestible.
That's wow.
Right?
Okay, that's an interesting word of choice. But
So, it was just one of those things where it's like, okay. But then the other part of it too, aside from that, was then the staff who were responsible for the kids and what they did to make the experience and the environment lukewarm.
lukewarm.
Lukewarm. That's a word. I would say suspect. Suspect. The one guy that had he was writing letters to the serial killer.
Yeah.
The man that they caught with all they caught a next man.
Wait a minute.
I know. This is why I'm trying to get you slowly into it.
Wait a minute. Slow down, Hunter. You said a guy was writing a serial killer.
Yes. So there's a character on the show who was also staff, and what his job and his role was to take care of all the kids.
Okay.
He literally was the child manager, right?
Okay.
On the show, he played the role of Pickle Boy. And Pickle Boy literally was this one character on all that had
pickles.
A plate load of pickles, and he would just stand there and offer pickles. He did not speak. He did not say anything. But anytime there was an incident, he would hand a pickle over as the solution.
Yo, they did one part when it was like the pickle came out like a glory hole type thing. Bro.
That's wow.
Yes. So Ray Romano
and the man was eating. They caught up. Everybody loves Raymond. They caught him up, man.
So the thing
wait.
Yes.
Hold on a minute. Wait a second.
He's going.
Wait. Ray Romano.
Yes. So Ray Romano was on the show. He was on the show.
I was so mad.
So okay. So
Raymond
listen to the thing. So even before we get over to all of that, let's break this down. So Ray Romano, and I kind of remember he was there because he's a comedian, right?
Right, yeah.
And a lot of the kids do love Ray Romano's humor.
Right.
And how he started, he was actually, I think he was a clown. That's how he actually really started. And then he ended up getting into acting and all this other stuff, right?
Right.
So his thing with children is like, it's something that he does.
Right.
In the episode, he actually gets locked in his trailer. And they're looking for him the entire time, not knowing that he's stuck in the room.
In the room, okay.
Oh, you remember the episode?
Yes. Yeah, so the entire time he was supposed to do like something. But he's locked because somebody had unscrewed the bolt from it.
Right.
So not the unscrewed, the knob had fallen out or whatever the case is, and therefore he's stuck. He can't get out. So he's locked in this room for whatever reason. And as Pickle Boy is walking by, he's like banging on the door, and he's like, "Hey, can someone hear me? Can someone help me?" So he takes a pickle.
I pulled out the pickle, dog.
Yeah, takes a pickle. Here's him, and he puts the pickle through the hole. Right.
Right. Okay.
And again, it matters about the shot because one, if he was just standing there and it was a widescreen shot, and it's like, "Oh, Pickle Boy, this is the solution he's giving." He's like, "Here's a pickle."
Right.
Like it would be like, this guy is so dumb. Like, why would you give him a pickle? How is that going to help him, right?
Right, okay.
Okay. But it's not a
widescreen shot of him. The pickle, dog.
Right. It's just him, right, before we even get there. It's just him. And then they zoom in on the hole and the pickle going through the hole.
Oh.
So that's one. Two, you also see the picture, or like the visual, of Ray receiving the pickle from said hole.
Wait, what? Hold on.
Yes. Right? And then you see him, Ray Romano, eating a pickle. You can eat a pickle with one hand and crunch that stuff.
He two-handed the pickle, dog. He two-handed the pickle, brother. He
two-handed the pickle. And the pickle was vertical.
What are you telling me right now?
And nibbled on the pickle.
Bro.
Two-handed. Like the pickle was that big.
That's okay. You know what?
No diddy.
And looked dead into the camera.
Dead into the camera. I said, morning with the thing. Morning. I said, fire. Why?
Bit the top off. It was like, oh. Cameras matter.
Yes. For those who are watching at home, don't let nobody tell you otherwise. How everything
you angle matters.
How you see anything on your phone, tablet, screen, anything.
They all matter.
It's intentional. What you see on the screen is intentional.
Yes.
Scene dressing is a
composition.
Term. Composition is a thing.
Yes.
Set designing. Sorry.
Yes.
Set designing is a very. What you see on the screen is it's meant to be shown, whether it's hidden in plain sight or
implicit of something.
It's there.
Yeah.
Two-handing
a pickle, and taking the tip off, and then making sounds afterwards. But
they talk about the party. You remember the party when they talked about how they went to the party, and basically the guy collects a lot of like different like memorabilia and stuff like that, right?
Okay.
From being on sets.
On like different shows, and everyone's like, "Oh yeah, they're looking at this memorabilia," but they see this one that's weird.
Mm-hmm. It's this.
And basically, what is it? It was something from the serial killer.
So essentially, it was art, right?
Yeah.
And this boy, he saw the art, and he was like, "Oh my god, tell me about this." So the guy's like, the gentleman who's the manager for the kids, right? Pickle Boy. He is so ecstatic. And this is the guy describing. He's like, he is so ecstatic that somebody has asked him about this picture. Right. And he starts to tell him about the picture. He's just going in detail. But mind you, the boy does not know who the artist is.
Right.
What the content of the art is. All that stuff. But all he sees is the joy that this man is having. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
The boy then goes to the other people, and he's like showing the adults. He's like, "Come, there's this piece of art that I've seen that so and so is telling me about.
Oh no!
Oh, this, that, and the third."
Oh no!
And he's like even more ecstatic. He's like, "Oh, now I have a crowd. Let me tell you about the art that I have." And he goes about this thing, and then he pulls out, from what he said, a stack of letters, because he's been in correspondence with the gentleman who is in jail. And this gentleman is a serial killer.
Whoa.
And
Whoa.
That's how they found that out. Imagine.
Whoa.
Imagine in our time of day, someone like, oh my gosh, what is this with it? Oh, this.
What?
Oh, this is something I've been doing for years. This is called Obeah. They call it Obeah, but it's Obeah. this is my friend. You want to meet him? This name is Satan. This is Satan. Hi. This is Satan.
Yes.
First of all, how wait. He's in jail still alive at the time?
He was still alive. I think he was still alive.
They didn't.
He became a pen pal, bro. Pen pal with a chain, bro.
Pen pals.
Like he didn't get the Arnold Schwarzenegger lethal injection?
No.
No?
Not at the time, no.
Really? Wow. Okay.
So that was the thing. So it was just the fact that, you know, he's having this correspondence. And the thing is, he's a child manager, might I add, who is corresponding with a person who was sentenced for...
That's...
And in correspondence with that person.
This is according to the documentary.
Yes, this is according to the doc. But the thing is, this is why I said, like, when the young boy was saying, like, he was so elated and he was sharing this stuff about this artist and the art by this person, my friend who was watching it, she literally sat there, she's like, the serial killer? And like, in shock. Like, she was shocked. She's like, no. He did not say just who I thought she said. Like, he said.
Right.
Yo,
and I was like...
The funny thing is, I knew the name too, you know. I forgot the name, but when I heard it, I'm like, this sounds really familiar.
Out the bat, she was just like, that's a serial killer.
That's... Wow.
Right off the bat, as soon as she heard the name, she's like...
And that's the name you hear from, like, you ever watch YouTube and one day you just go down
Oh, no.
And you see that name.
Oh, yeah.
Like names like Aleister Crowley and things. You hear those names, you're like, whoa. Like,
Yo. It's just... I am not laughing at that because that's...
but like, you hear a name and you're like, wait, hold on now.
You threw me off.
Did you say his name is Satan? Yeah, Satan.
But...
Lucifer? Yes. How do you know him?
That's, yo.
And people are saying it like it's fun, you know.
I'm not gonna lie. So far, I'm really shocked. I'm like kind of just like, whoa, what's? I'm like,
yo. And then they talk about.
It's like I was instantly tired after I heard that. Like.
And then I think that episode ended with Zach. Is it Zach? No, Drake. Drake popping up, and they talked about how basically the dad was the one that was like, some stuff like about all this.
That was very heart-wrenching. Heart-wrenching.
That was sad. It was sad.
So sad because...
Wait, is it another parent? Like basically...
So basically the dad kind of caught on to what was going on.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is during the time... So the same gentleman that we're talking about, Pickle Boy.
Yeah, that is...
Is it Pickle Boy? I thought it was another guy. Isn't it Peck? Something Uncle Peck or whatever? There's another guy, right?
Yeah, that is him.
Oh, okay.
That's Pickle Boy.
For those who don't know, too, okay, James spoke about like YouTube rabbit holes. I saw a rabbit hole where like how the two met, Drake and Josh, and then there was friction. They had friction at one point, and they're cool. Drake does music apparently.
Yes, he did.
Like he did.
He had a band.
He sang for the cartel. Okay, but yes, okay.
Yeah. So essentially, the father didn't like the way. So the gentleman, Pickle Boy, his name is Peck. His last name is Peck. Don't remember his first name right now. But essentially, like I said, he's the child manager. He's managing all these children.
Right.
Essentially, he took a liking. But the thing is, Drake had taken a liking to Dan, who's the producer, right? The writer, producer, founder of all that and all this other stuff, right?
Okay, yeah.
So Peck was the person who was like very keen. So whoever Dan liked, he was keen to. So he was aware of who his favorites were. Okay. Right? But Peck took a liking to Drake.
Right.
And was very much like on him, you know?
Right.
So the father had noticed that he had
wanted to set birthday party at his house.
Yes.
Hey, whoa.
So like Peck had a thing where, and you know who else was also in the recording that we also know, and who's my favorite actor?
Who?
Leonardo, yeah.
Leonardo DiCaprio. Leonardo
getting his arm rubbed up by the man.
So that's the thing. So Peck had this very much like very close, intimate relationship with Leonardo, with like the hand holding, the grabbing, the shoulders, the rubbing, whatever, all these
I don't
things,
know how
right?
close that was, but they had the footage of him
But
feeling the man's arm.
that was the way
okay.
he would engage, right? And it was like, oh, that's just a normal thing Peck does. Like, it's just, that's his way of interacting and communicating.
They told him that the dad was homophobic for feeling the way he felt.
Right.
That's wow.
Because the father was uncomfortable with
huh?
the way that he kept just grabbing. Like, the way he kept touching and grabbing, he's like, I don't like the way this guy is.
Yeah, yeah, but he's like, oh, he's gay because he's gay. He's touchy-feely. And then found out he was homophobic. They started dropping things on him. They started telling Zach that, yo, your dad is stealing your money.
Oh, okay.
They started to say, oh, the people in the cast don't like him. Mm-hmm. Why is he here? Mm-hmm. You need a new manager.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So he ended up being with his mother more. His mother took custody and everything like that. Because his father was actually the one who got him into the
team
in the first place.
Yeah. So
and
he
they made
really
him turn
cared.
against his parents.
So that's what they ended up doing. But
you
then,
know what's fucked up though?
Yes.
I hear the same sad story, but not exactly like this. But I've always heard the story of mans getting their parents. I don't know what influence people have to make somebody twist on their parents.
Right.
In a sense. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying that certain parents don't need to be twisted and realize, yo, something's wrong with you. Mm-hmm. But like, I don't know, man. Like, anyway, sorry, continue.
Yeah, but okay, so what the part that's really heart-wrenching was that the father had all intention to keep his eyes on his son and to protect him at all costs. Right? He didn't like the way that Peck was interacting with him, didn't like the way that the system was, didn't like how they were interacting, and just dismissing and diffusing a lot of the behavior that was happening and try to gaslight him, essentially. Right? And in doing that, they ended up departing. So Drake ended up separating from his father. The mother had full custody, all these things. But then Peck went on, allegedly, to him.
Jeez, wow.
And all this had happened. So when that then came to like the air, the trials, whatever, Peck was now sentenced to go to jail and all the other stuff. The father then saw that he was going to jail. And he was like, yeah. And in the actual things, it was for assault. Right? Father was like, great. Like, this guy's finally gone. He's in the bin. He's like, good thing it never happened to you. Not knowing the person and the reason why he is in jail is because of his son.
Oh, ooh. Wow.
Right? So heart-wrenching.
It's madness.
The man cried.
Because he was right all along.
Cried.
That was crazy. He couldn't hold it together.
Yeah, cried. Like and you could tell the man. And when the lady asked, she's like, how did that make you feel to know that it happened to him? And as soon as the word left his mouth, the man just bawled tears. Like he's like,
you know what's crazy? I was like, I wonder what the mom had to say about that, yo.
Like,
real talk. I want to know what the mom had to say because the mom was the one that took custody about it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so far you only hear.
I think no. Did we get to hear about the mom? We heard from the mom. Sorry. Did we?
No, you don't hear from the mom.
You don't hear. Whoa.
You only hear from the father.
Wow.
Which one? Oh, sorry, it's the other girl's mom. Sorry, yeah. But yeah, it's crazy.
Wow.
You don't hear from the mom.
Yo, the man had this first band show. They showed up to the show and they were following the youth everywhere. And then they gave him some gifts, like some gift cards, I think it was.
Right.
But they were all like adult gift things. He's like, what the hell is this? They shouldn't be like giving you stuff with these jokes. Like, I didn't even know I got those. Like, it's crazy. Yeah. But yo, you know what's the crazy thing about this type of thing? I do believe that they're like, okay, you know what? I don't think that's a good idea.
All right.
I'll just say this.
Okay.
There is a whole leap of guanin just not there's a thing right now with a content creator right now. He's in Jamaica. He's getting flack right now. For running like a joke.
Wait. Geez. What?
Not realizing that this thing happens regular. Like this is not no joke thing. You should run joke about.
Right.
And he's getting cooked about it. And like I said, I think this is a conversation I had before with like you guys on the low and whatever. But like I find it kind of weird when like 30-year-olds like us have this weird thing of saying that like they find people like Chloe Bailey attractive. I find it weird. I find it very weird. Like I may be wrong. Maybe I'm wrong.
I know. Okay.
Having that 10-year.
Like Tyler. That is a little girl, bro.
Yes. I know what you mean.
You see what I'm saying? Like Tyler's a little girl, bro. And you guys are talking about you would do. Are you kidding? You for real?
Yes. Yeah.
So I feel like there is like I feel like the devil is working. I'm not gonna say this devil is working.
This is a dark working
because you know what's funny?
Jeez.
I spoke to people about this thing, and a lot of people that support. You know what? A lot of people that
self-editing. It's a
there's a lot of people that know this thing go on, but they keep it on a hush.
Oh.
Well, I feel like, to be honest, I do believe in like demons and things like that, and I feel like a lot of things are demonic something still. Like when you start tampering with stuff, it's really demonic. There's no shaking that, bro.
Yeah.
Like, and then you find out what Nickelodeon means. You find out all these little, and don't get me wrong, there's a lot of subtle demonic thing going in, but like.
It's yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, with me now, I mostly heard about the producer mostly, like the Dan. But everyone. Okay, unfortunately, I heard about Dan extensively throughout like the internet for years.
Because you hear him throughout, yeah.
Yeah, and then sadly Amanda Bynes.
Yes.
So the day I seen her like just, and I just went, how come she's? So I'm like, okay,
they do talk about her.
Yeah, I said let me take the time to look and see what's going on with Amanda Bynes, and then it started adding up, and then that's how I looked at the. Somehow I got pushed to the show iCarly. Like I remember seeing glimpses of it, like watching, but I'm like whatever. I was watching other stuff, but the feet thing in that show made me go, what's going on?
Crazy about that too.
I was like, what's going on? But how it's shot. So the shot is just boom. You just see it, and then there's they'll pour ketchup on it. They'll do stuff with it, and I'll be like, how's this?
It's not even like you're tickling the feet. That's the thing.
Yeah, it's because like a what?
kids do love feet. They do.
It's
they do like feet. I don't know about
that one still. I don't know about all that. Still.
They do.
I don't know about all that.
What? Kids know that if anything, it's one of the places that you tickle somebody. When they know
ticklish parts, but not liking feet, bro. I don't think that's a
not like in the sense of like to like in that type of way, but like in the sense of like it's the first place that they will attack.
Your feet.
Your feet. They won't try. The thing is, it's like tickling altogether. When kids they want to tickle you, but then they'll try to stick their hands under your armpit and be like tickle you, and then it's like if you don't react, the next place they're going is your feet. They will trip you over, trip you, fight you just to get and tickle your feet. That is a true thing.
That is.
But the thing that's excess about iCarly is that when you start playing with things, like. It's not like they're going outside and playing in the mud.
Right. It's just,
that makes it childish.
Like I remember one scene where it's like, oh, it's that time again, and then the camera just zooms in, and then they just start doing stuff with it, and I'm looking like, what the?
Yeah.
Huh? What happened?
So it's like foot fetish, and the thing is too, what plays into iCarly is that it was the first web series for these kids.
Yes,
because that's what it was. They were kids who were basically, it was like MSN, but live MSN.
Right. Okay, yeah.
But it's like
I never watched iCarly, so I don't know what it was all about.
I didn't watch it
like,
very much either.
The little things that they did, like I was just like
the Ariana
when
Grande.
they spoke about it and then they showed it, and I'm like, this is what they're showing the kids.
Yeah.
I mean,
but at the same time, like, and it's crazy because, like, you know, we did that. Like, we had our moments where we talk about shows back in the day that were kind of wild, like the Rippin' Friends, Ren and Stimpy.
Rippin' Friends.
That was after. That was the mature part though. Mature nights.
The mature, yeah.
Yeah.
But still,
okay, that's true.
It is, but
SpongeBob kind of sus too, eh?
When you think about it now, it's a. It's the wick. It's the.
Even SpongeBob kind of sus the whole Rugrats theory that Angelica's right, but she's just seeing things.
It's stuff like that. It was just. But it's always the stuff. What is it? Hidden in plain sight. You're just like, what's happening? And camera angles.
But the problem is how much things that are hidden in plain sight. Like sometimes there'll be the one person that's like the whistleblower, and you're like, you're crazy, man. It's like, no, you gotta listen to me.
Like the Bowen guy. That Bowen guy.
But doesn't that speak more on the fact that there are some people who are really not living in the Matrix?
Oh.
There's a lot of people not living in the Matrix.
Right.
There's a lot of people not living in the Matrix, but at the same time, like,
living in as in the.
Are you gonna listen to that person? If that person's telling you, hey, something's off, because I'll be honest with you, I've been that person a lot of times to be like, hey, something's not right here.
Right.
And then I've been seen as the crazy one or the ignorant one. And then when something turned out a certain way, we probably all have that experience. Well, we're the one that's saying, hey, something's not right, bruh.
Right.
And everybody's looking at you like, nah, man, you're just being... And then when something happens the exact same way or close enough or worse, you're kind of just like, but why did no one listen to me? You know what I mean?
I don't know. Yeah. But we'll definitely continue with it because I think the whole thing is dropped, right? Basically.
Listen, I have a hard time finding it here, but I found it.
Sorry, what was that?
I have a hard time finding it here, but like I guess you guys watch it, but like I also will watch it when I come back because they have all the streaming shows, all the channels that like I would use like Crave or something to try to watch it.
Right.
I don't have that. Over here they have HBO Max and all that stuff. And
yeah, because Crave is Canadian.
Well, Crave is Canadian. But wait, hold on. Yeah. Just to back up a bit. What do you mean you can't find it? Is it some like you can't find it like?
You have to buy it. Like, you have to, like, you know how over here it's super monopolized. So, you can't use Amazon, you gotta use Paramount, and then you have to use Discovery, and then you have to use all these different ones. You see what I'm saying?
Interesting.
Oh, that's probably a license thing then.
It's a license thing, because it shows on ID here.
Okay.
But ID, I think, is a part of Discovery.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
So you have to get the Discovery subscription. I'm like, why am I going to buy another subscription just, like, you know what I mean?
Gotcha. But that's what they want people to do if you think about it. That's
actually interesting.
That's why I'm like, what do you mean it's hard to get to this?
Wait a minute. So they actually started moving forward with implementing that thing. Because remember when this used to be an actual graph?
Like, the graph of, like...
buying into these different channels and buying into these different networks to be able to get access to different channels and networks.
Of course.
Yeah, I mean,
that was a graph.
So okay, if you want to go by the graph, it kicked off since COVID, really, if you think about it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but because you see, things don't always go according to plan. Remember when I tell you this, guys, things don't always go according to plan. Because what happened is they were going with the idea, but then they realized, damn, licensing is expensive. Before we used to put our shows on Netflix, we have a deal. I said dealership. We have a partnership. I get this, you get this. Then they're like, no, give our IPs back. We're gonna host it on ours. Not realizing hosting a bunch of servers costs a lot of money. Not realizing if your shows flop on your stuff, you lose times 3. So you notice certain shows are back on Netflix now, or Tubi, or Pluto TV now, because you're like, oh, this is really expensive. So they're going They got 99%. They got 98%
They wanted
of
to
it.
capitalize
But
on it.
it's that 2% that they can't figure out. They're like, wait a minute. It's the cost.
It's like gym memberships, right? You have multiple gyms, they'll do it cheap.
Yes.
But you have a hard time thing. Next you know, you have a gym that says, "Oh, this gym only has treadmills."
Yeah.
Or this gym only has thing. But what if everybody went?
Don't
I don't
even
want to speak
speak
that.
that.
Sorry if I
Don't even speak
speaking,
that
sir.
into existence. Although to
You
be
know what
fair,
I mean, right?
There are
Like,
some gyms like that, though.
there's some gyms like actually to be
They
fair,
have tiers, yeah.
there's tier lists of what you can use, what
Yeah.
you can't use.
and in order to get to use the treadmill and all those things, you got to pay the full price.
But to really back,
Which is like,
that's interesting though. So you have to get the specific ID,
To be
which is
able to
under
watch it.
Discover, which Discover is owned by, we say, Paramount. That's yo,
And then you're only watching it for that one show.
and for that one thing.
Yes.
yeah.
So in a
That's
way,
how they-
it could be used to bury something. Like buy this, but you have to buy this, and this.
By the end of it, you've like accumulated $50.
Yeah. Are you
Yeah.
sure? You sure it's worth it for one? You sure?
That's so funny. Just for that episode.
Just
But
for-
honestly,
it's-
it was worth it for those four episodes.
Yeah.
Honestly, because it's that nostalgia, like it's that nostalgia, but then it's an eye opener of like what's really going on, like.
Right.
But they did a
It's,
very good job telling the story
yeah.
altogether.
Wow.
Yeah, they did a very good job with
But-
breaking it down, making the chapters of who their attention and who they're focusing on per episode.
Right.
The interviews were really great. The questions were really great. Even how they set up the angles of like just like capturing lights and like the footage itself, the crispness of it. Oh my gosh.
I'm not surprised. I'm
That
not
was
surprised
great.
though because ID knows how to make a documentary. Like ID,
Oh no,
that's their thing. Like you know what I mean? Crime and so that is their thing. And let me tell you something. If there was a Disney one, I don't know if they'll live to show that one.
Yo, that's what I mean.
Because there was a documentary, I don't know if you guys remember it, but there was a documentary on the Lion King. And it was basically talking about how they stole the song from like a village in Africa.
Right.
And the Circle of Life.
The Circle
And
of Life,
didn't pay
yeah.
him. They didn't pay him or anything.
Right.
And then but I don't see that documentary anymore. I don't even know what happened over there.
I guess they're paying. I guess they're paying another way because there's a lot of flops going on Disney. I guess.
This is
Oh,
why.
I guess they're paying another way.
This is why I believe that we should continue to have media on discs
Yeah.
and DVDs and
Listen to me.
VHSs
You're totally right.
because we cannot afford to lose certain pieces of art, work, disciplines, media,
Or things be distorted.
or exactly. Because we don't need to have another form of the Mandela effect happening.
Well, why do you think Disney's been on that thing? Disney's been on the, remember that whole Disney Vault? What do you think that Disney Vault was about?
Yeah.
Remember,
Right.
get it fast before it gets locked in Disney Vault.
Right. That's yo.
So that's part of it.
Now just to quickly wrap up. Plugs for everyone.
Hey guys, how are you?
Yo,
Wow.
This is your girl, the Nerdsy, otherwise known as Nisha Constantine. Or just your favorite photographer. So you can find me on Instagram at the Nerdsy, TheNerdZZZ, and you can follow my photography page at ZZZ.studioto, ZZZ.studioto. And maybe you could also head over to the Kiki House of Constantine. The Kiki House of Constantine.
Oh.
Where you can see
Constantine. Sorry.
where you can see all about ballroom. All right.
Oh shoot. Dylan Najiro here. In slickback mode.
Hey.
DELNIJIRO. Twitter, Instagram. And I was it's like telling people to follow your TikTok and like this might get banned by the end of the year, but in the meantime, I guess follow if you want to. Nothing in the plan at the moment. I mean, stuff that can't get revealed. I should say. There's always something planned in the moment, but something can't reveal though. But
Jay Huntervelli. Follow me on Twitch. Luke Pistols. I don't know. I'm just here.
Huh?
I was gonna say like I had up and coming things, but I don't really have anything up and coming like that yet. So, but all I'm gonna say just little things. One, I like where things are going this year.
Okay.
I kind of like it. You know, we didn't really talk on it, but like the Kendrick thing, I like it. I like the fight. I like the little competitiveness. You know what I mean?
Okay.
We need some things to spice. Too much click-ups, and y'all don't really like each other. Let's make this competitive. Let's get it popping in here.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I like it. I like a little friendly competitive. It's all love, but like, come on, man. We're trying to be the best. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And to all you podcasters, I said what I said. What's up? Do something. You know what I mean? Let's do this. Let's dance. Can we dance? Can we dance?
Wow.
Can we show what it is about content? Can we do that?
Wow, that's.
I would love to. Let's talk music. Let's talk bangers. Let's talk 2000. Let's clash. How about that? I've invited y'all. Let's do it. Let's get this going. Cause I know you don't know music like me. Let's do it. Huh? Let's do it. Huh? I'm instigating something. Yes, I am. But anyway, as I said, you know, peace and love to the world. You know what I mean? You guys could be the best you can be.
Right.
And no smoke like we use vapes, but we'll prefer to smoke anyway. You know? Let's go. Let's get it. Let's have fun. You guys like to have fun? Let's have fun.
Yeah.
Woo. Yeah.
Let's get it poppin'.
Oh my gosh. Oh, and I definitely want to say shout out to everybody who's been in the comments on our YouTube channel.
Holy.
Y'all have been amazing. We love that engagement. We love the interaction.
More paragraphs.
Oh my gosh.
You've been writing essays.
What?
Bro. Give us the essays.
Yo, we love to see it. We actually do read it and we actually do comment. So like, yes. On Instagram, on YouTube, you guys have literally been letting us know, engaging, and even in person.
Especially
even in person.
So especially in person.
The way that I've been getting texts from people or like people just letting me know, they're like, yo, that episode was hilarious. It gave me life. The last one, shout out to you for saying that us singing in the intro was everything you needed for your day. That was super. I love that.
Okay,
love that.
Cool.
And another thing, speaking on that, just the safety and awareness, we don't know who you are, so always just let us know who you are. Like I got pulled up on, I said, "Yo, I know you still."
Like, whoa!
I was like, "Oh, you're from that podcast event still?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "I know that voice." Yeah. I'm like, "Yeah, man." He's like, "I like your work. I like it. You guys are funny still. You're not like these other podcasters looking for clout." I'm like,
"Oh, wow."
Just saying the crazy things. It's like, you're not like, you guys are talking some things. And I appreciate that, young sir, for saying that. But I was scared because I didn't expect you to say that to me. I was petrified. I thought I had to run my pocket. But appreciate it.
Shout out to the person. If you have any questions, concerns, or complaints, or walk-up-ons, AskTheVent@gmail.com. That's ASKTHEVENT@gmail.com. Not Jamal, gmail.com. For inquiries.
Jamal.
Gmail.
Oh,
not
you
Gmail.
know how it is. You know how it is.
Yeah, stay safe. This is the vent, and we out.
Peace.
Or should do it the Marlon Wayne's way. Hold on.
What? Yo, what was that? I can't see, but that sounded like you like shot a quill out of something. What was that?
You'll see. You'll see.
Wash your hands.